Hello out there in TV land. Welcome to another Kaiju Pop Quick Vid. This is Chad O'Brien, and we are taking a look at Xenoraid. This is the latest release by Finnish company 10 Tons, who puts out all kinds of content like Neon Chrome and Tennis in the Face and King Oddball. Anyway, this is a kind of a take on old school shmups. Here we have, you can see one interesting mechanic right away is that we have four ships instead of just your one. No, there are only two types right here, but we do have four individual ships. You can choose what you want to upgrade on each of these, like this heat transfer chamber. And this is a pretty interesting game. You have to work yourself through a campaign of missions through each little area. So you can see here I'm on mission 5 on this campaign here, and we're just going to go straight into it. You have all four of your ships available to you. Each one is connected to a face button like that. And you can quickly see just by looking over which ones have been upgraded, and switching through can be pretty important because you'll take damage with various ships, or it can be a handy way to dodge, or in the case of what I'm about to do here, like I'm gonna get my gun will overheat, as you can see here, so you just do a quick little swap out. And especially here, like I've got two of the same ships, so I can just go straight back into rapid fire. So the level layouts aren't really the best because they're just like these very static. I mean, it's not static obviously, but it's just a very scrolling. It's a scrolling screen, like. So I mean, I guess it is a static image, but for the most part, with some little asteroids in the background. And in this is just like the first campaign area, so there's not that many ships to look forward to. Just the small dudes and the medium dudes, and then there's a warship to watch out for. Now each type of ship does come with its own primary fire. As you can see, I just launched a missile. That's the secondary fire. So each one is different in its own different way. Personally, I prefer the shotgun ship, which is my circle and X buttons right now. But I'm trying to level up these ships. So if you look at the very top of the hexagon on each side, you can see a kind of insignia, and that insignia is basically the rank of the pilot in that ship, and based on how well you do, that pilot will advance. And advancing, I'm not sure it does anything for your actual ship performance, but it allows you to, it gives you a little bit of extra money, and it does get affected by certain upgrades. There's an upgrade where if you lose your ship, you'll get reimbursed, and you get more reimbursement for a higher rank person. So this is my shotgun ship. I really like this guy. He's got a heavy cannon as his secondary. Now, one thing that I have turned off in this is there's a tilt aiming. So you can, I mean, it's basically what it says right there. You know, you can move left and right, and as you move, your ship tilts and starts firing. I did not like that because, you know, I would shift to the right, and my aim would be like ridiculously far over, and I didn't want to make minor corrections, so Like when I'm moving, I'm moving like all the way across the screen, basically. Now there are some issues. For example, the enemy ships, they move around in unpredictable fashions, and that's fine. You can see you have to repair your ships between the missions. Um, Now this is supposedly, or this is the last mission of this stage, so I want to repair fully. You don't have to repair to the fullest if you don't want to. Um, and you can see I've got 2 lieutenants and 2 captains. Anyway, I was talking about like enemy behavior, and the enemies, you have to destroy every enemy in every stage. So if you let an enemy pass, if you let them stay on the screen too long, they will eventually leave, but then they'll come back with like another wave, because the enemy waves will keep coming. So obviously you want to get everyone out as quickly as possible, and I'm just letting my shotgun ship get hit all over the place, because I'm weird like that. So switch out for the other shotgun. And so here's one of the heavy ships, kind of the boss of this, even though you'll encounter several of him. But yeah, so there you go. You can see he's got 2 little gun pods and then a homing thing right there. You just do a quick little whirl about, and that'll go away. No problem. No problem. Bloop. Okay. But yeah, so enemies will leave the screen and they'll come back, and they'll hit asteroids like that and solve your problems for you. But the problem I have is, for example, right here, there is absolutely no way for me to hit the ship at that point. Absolutely none. So once they get around to like the halfway point, you're done. You can't do anything. You can't turn that far. Even with tilt aiming, you cannot turn all the way around. So especially when they're drifting straight from top to bottom, that can be kind of annoying. Especially if they can still fire at you, like they can, like that. So I don't really like that part so much, but you know, blowing people up and shooting them is still fun. And the fact that like it's not asteroid style, so if they go off the screen, they can come back anywhere. So that brings a little bit of extra unpredictability, and I just rammed him for whatever reason. You know, I figured if you can't shoot him, might as well ram him. That's the way to do it, right? So really what I'm trying to do here is actually level this guy up, since my 2 side dudes are captains, and my guys at the top and bottoms are still just lieutenants. Just lieutenants, but Lieutenant Dan. But yeah, so you can see not too much variety in the play here, in the minute to minute kind of play. But it is pretty. The music is pretty standard, but the explosions look nice, and it is responsive. Everything shoots as it should, and there you go. Sound isn't the best, but this is an indie game, and so you kind of give it a little bit of a pass on that. So, but it's still such a shame that you really can't do anything when they're all the way down there. So you can see here some of the enemies have breakable parts. If you haven't been paying attention to the rest of this fight, so those gun pods, I can take those off, like so, and then all he's got is that homing blast. So this is another of the gunships. There's 2 of them at the same time, and this introduces the final wave. Those are credits down there that you can pick up. credits, some they'll appear randomly when you destroy various enemies. Obviously, large enemies will always drop them. And you can also pick them up from things like asteroids. If you see blue asteroids, you can blow those up with your secondary fire. I haven't done it with primary fire, except on very heavy ships in the later stages. But yeah, blow those up and you can get some credits from there as well. There are also yellow asteroids that when you hit those, they just explode. And it's pretty nice because they'll make like a nice X formation that will blow up enemies. So, anyway, we finished this stage, and we're gonna fire the nukes! Destroy! Destroy... Oh. Well, that didn't work. Not destroyed. It did seem too easy. The cruiser's closing in. I'll see if I can buy you some time. Goodbye, Jolie! Oh. Oh, the brave commander. Anyway, we've got to save Earth, and cruiser's headed to Mars now. So, we should probably try to stop him. Now, this was a bit weird to me in that in this you can see immediately, oh look, I've got new ships, awesome, but then also my pilots have been completely replaced. So I don't have the captains and lieutenants anymore. They're all ensigns again, and my ships are completely back at square one, as are all of my upgrades. So you can see some of these upgrades that you can get here, though. Optimized attack vector makes missions easier, as well as extra heavy weapons, because you do have limited ammo on those. Then the advanced weapon coolant, so your cooldowns go faster, and the automated repair bay gives you a free heal on your most damaged ship. So I like that. You've also got things like armor, and when your ship blows up, it nukes, basically nukes everything. And these ships have some expensive upgrades. So I really like my shotgun ship, so I'm gonna stick with the elongated cartridge, so I can get that fires off more shotgun pellets. Anyway, here's the Minotaur. It fires like grenades, and the Cerberus has a flamethrower, which is pretty nice. Although it's pretty weird because like the enemies will run away from the flamethrower. So here's my Minotaur blasting away with its pew 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 little grenade launcher. Pew 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 pew. Grenade launchers don't really say pew pew pew, but that's what this one's saying. And it overheats super fast, as could be expected. And here's my flamethrower. Everything runs away the moment you press the button. Run! Run in fear. So you can see it's kind of got a DOT effect, damage over time. And then, yeah, back to my trusty shotgun. And the enemies are now firing like bolo bullets, which is weird, but there you have it. So we're back to ensigns. We've got to completely repair the ships again, and we're, back to slowly scrolling screens, and gently drifting asteroids, and it's all very peaceful and lovely. Now, Xenoraid is already out on Steam at the moment, but it will take a few more weeks to get to PS4. It will come out November 8th, so go ahead and check that out. You can also look forward to our review a day before then. Until then, check out our website at kaijupop.com, or follow us on Twitter. Like and subscribe to our videos. We really do appreciate you taking the time to watch and listen to everything. So, y'all have a good day out there. So goodbye.